we are facing, right? If that is the present day Russian Federation or what comes next. Well, when I first traveled to Ukraine, I was defense attaché, Norwegian defense attaché to Ukraine, 14 to 18. I traveled to Ukraine with a lot of prejudice. I had this idea as a Cold War warrior that this is what post-Soviet space looks like. And I was wrong, totally mistaken. And I realized that the history I learned at school did not represent what, the Eastern Europe. It was totally different. And I grew to realize that we've grown up in a school system which is quite objective, quite professional, but still portraying the Russian voice. We were talking about the Slavic countries through Russian history, their speech, their thinking. There's a really great studies 2 years old, Ukrainian individuals who studied, did a research on US Slavic studies. I think they looked into 13 biggest universities and found that the greater part of this, if there was culture or history or language or politics, that was shaped by Russian thinking, right? So the knowledge and understanding of what's east of us in Western Europe is extremely limited. If I asked anyone on the street in Oslo or Bergen or wherever about Ukraine prior to the full-scale invasion, they would have known so much, and it would mostly be negatively charged words like post-Soviet space, corruption, these kind of things. Whereas today, nearly 4 years later, the perception has totally changed. I would argue, going back to the original question, that there's knowledge and understanding of Russia and Russian Federation is still extremely limited. So if we want to avoid future repeating mistakes, we need to increase this knowledge. I have long argued, since the days when I was defense attaché and to today, that this is not a Russia-Ukrainian war. Ukraine is not the enemy of Russia. Ukraine is an extremely important objective for Russia's big, great power ambitions. But its threat, and it has said so explicitly, is the West. And yet, the West do not respond to that definition. We are exposed to a Russian hybrid war, but yet we keep calling this a Ukraine-Russian war. So at least, moving forward, we need to do something with our own understanding of what Russia is and what it's trying to achieve. We are not there yet, even 4 years into the full-scale war, or nearly 12 years after the war started.